Hello. Alright, so I use the poreless primer for hydrating, and then I get this little gold highlighter from Iconic liquid highlighter, and I just kind of rub it all over. I use the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. I like this, but it was obviously a little too dark for my skin. So I use a damp beauty blender and try to blend that down because it was a little darker than my actual skin tone. So what I ended up doing here was trying to even out the darkness of the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation with a lighter foundation from, what the hell is it called? Amazonian Clay Foundation by Tarte. And then I just put that on where I would normally put like my concealer to highlight. And I took my beauty blender again, my damp beauty blender, and blended that out. Then I also noticed that my two-zits were still showing, so I added a little bit more because what's one extra layer, and blended that all the way down again. Try to make it blend as much as possible since that first foundation was darker. And then you'll see me put chapstick on about 15 more times. I then use a powder to bake my under eye with. I find that this helps with like creasing and stuff throughout the day. It also helps with like lightening up my under eye. And I definitely added a lot of this throughout the video, but I always blend it out and wipe it away. For my eyebrows, I use the Amazonian, oh my gosh, that's not it either. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. The pomade I find is easier to work with when shaping out my eyebrows and blending. Had to sneeze there. All that powder definitely makes you have to sneeze once in a while. This is my first video, so hopefully I'll get better at the editing and all that stuff with it. It's definitely time consuming. I just follow the natural underline of my actual eyebrow, and I just follow that and deepen it, or darken it I should say. I don't have a whole lot of natural eyebrow hair to work with. That's my own fault. I'm addicted to plucking, but fill it in, make it thick. I could probably spend all day on my eyebrows trying to make them perfect, but here there was one spot where the pomade wasn't sticking to my skin, and that can happen sometimes with like the primer and stuff. So what I did was take some actual brow powder, because then it'll stick, and then you don't have like this rubbed off line. You know, like when you use a dry erase marker and then you try to go over that where you put the marker and it kind of wipes it away. That's what happens with the dip brow sometimes. I love that I just used an analogy of a dry erase marker when doing my eyebrows, so that's great. Hope you weren't looking for a natural look here. Now I'm just taking some of my concealer and carving out the bottom for any mistakes or making that line sharper. That's how you get them brows on fleek. Blend, blend, blend. I also carve out the top to make sure there's no like squiggly lines. And use a damp beauty blender to blend that away so it all looks seamless. Beat that eye. Blend with the spoolie. This is Give Me Brow by Benefit. It helps just tame whatever natural eyebrows I do have down. I took more powder. I like to set my eyelids with the powder because then it helps from like your concealer and stuff creasing in your natural eyelid folds throughout the day. Oh, look at that. More chapstick. Had to breathe. Eyebrows take a lot out of me. Hydrate. And I try to match the second eyebrow as best as possible. Oh, look at that. It's like magic. Take a step back, try to look at them, make sure that they're as close as possible. They're not meant to be twins, they're meant to be sisters. Sometimes in my case, my eyebrows look like distant cousins that never met. But, you know, you just deal with it. What's one day? Walking around with crazy eyebrows on your face. Now I'm taking some contour powder. Well, in this case, this is the Kat Von D Stay All Day powder. But this palette here, I actually got off of Amazon because your bitch is on a budget and has kids to feed. This is called Studio Pro Contour Palette. I think I got it on Amazon for $10. So, you know what? It does its job, so I can't complain. Wherever I can save some money, I will. Already starting to look thinner in the face because your bitch is thick and we need to carve up those cheekbones. I like to do this, kind of follow the natural jawline with some contour powder because I also find that it kind of hides that double chin a little bit and then it doesn't make your face look as flat. Here I am taking some more powder, shocker, and carving out that bottom line of my cheekbone where I put my contour. Need them edges to be sharp. This is a blush by Pixie. I couldn't decide which one I wanted.
Perhaps next time less carrot, more stick. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's okay. I'm not afraid. So it's just in there, somewhere clinging to both memories. Or it's being retreated deep into his subconscious, but yes, it's still in there. Did I just search and find it? I don't have time. But you know, that means we can make research.